Good day, everyone. I am IGJ Golosino, and here is the article that I have chosen to discuss: Fostering Thought, Talk, and Inquiry, Linking Literature and Social Studies by Nancy L. Roser and Susan King, 2002. I have provided here the different points of the article. So what are their goals? The researchers and the teachers wanted to enter into and begin to grasp the complexity of an important period in Texas history. So this was a time when courage, ethics, and sacrifice were universal themes. Second, read a variety of materials and consult a variety of information sources. And third, scaffold students' thinking, talking, and inquiry. So they have used the intersection of three theoretical positions to help them figure out why kids ask questions in the classroom. So, social and cultural contexts influence intellectual processes. Inquiry usually happens in classrooms where students have already formed a community of learners and have been given time and help to explore topics of their own choosing. The second theory shows that classroom talk is important because it helps to focus, support, and negotiate meaning. Studies have shown that children's responses are deeper and more complex in a risk free environment where they are encouraged to wonder. The third is about how literature brings history to life through the drama of human experience, as well as how literature supports and moves history forward. And studies warn that literature shouldn't just be another way for kids to get the facts. Instead, it should be an integral part of how they learn about and make sense of the world. So, what where are the context of this article? So, the context of this study is in two fourth grade classrooms in Texas, one urban and one suburban, and 5 to 6 week cross-curricular unit on the Texas Revolution. So, the primary materials and tools that were used are literature, student and teacher journals, wall charts, and multiple resources like online resources, newspapers, and human resources. So they have used a three-phase plan for implementing an inquiry-driven social studies unit. The phase one is launching the inquiry, which in whole class, the teacher introduces unit through biography. And in phase two, in building the scaffold, the teachers shared their own interpretations and puzzlements and made the students write a journal and character chart. So that's the phase one. In phase two, in small groups, since this is going deeper, students read and discuss historical fiction. So in building the scaffold, so what supported talk and thought in phase two? So here are those historical fiction novels establishing regular procedures, teacher developed prompts and tasks, and big ideas journal. So for the phase three, in phase three, inquiring and investigating. In whole class, students generate questions, and in small groups, students use information texts. So, and in building the scaffold in the phase three, questions students ask of themselves and other group members, providing procedures and materials for inquiry and data collection chart, showing questions already known, information and sources and clues, findings, and further questions posted on the chart with sticky notes. So, since the three-phase plan has already implemented, let's check if they succeeded in achieving their goals. So, again, these are their goals. And there are the observed results that would tell if they were able to succeed. So how well did they succeed? These are the observed results: gains in important concepts and content, increase in thoughtful talk and writing, increased willingness to work together, experiences in comparing information from multiple sources, and enhanced motivation to learn social studies. However, there are constraints that cut in the way of genuine inquiry. What are those? First, inexperience with doing book clubs, children struggles to manage time and activities, the time management, lack of attention to one another's responses, and difficulties of the text for some children, and some children lack basic locational reference and note-taking skills, and time constraints. Again, nevertheless, we go back and relate these supports and constraints to the three theoretical foundations that we have discussed earlier. So again, these are the three theoretical positions that they have used. So this, after all the phases that they have done after the study, they have come up with these three application questions that all teachers can use when fostering literature in social studies education. First, what kinds of literature might I use in my social studies teaching? What strategies might I use to incorporate literature into social studies learning? And why would I choose to use literature along with writing and discussion in my social studies teaching? And that's all. I am ICJ Golosino. Thank you for listening.